45 Taiwanese food we can't live without. Small eat and a lot of them are a big thing in Taiwan. The culinary philosophy here is eat often and eat well. Sure, there's the internationally accepted 3 meals a day dining format. But why be so limited when you can make like Taiwanese and indulge in gourmet snacking at any time of the day? The Taiwanese capital, Taipei, has around 20 streets dedicated to snacking. Every time you think you found the best street side bowl, the most incredible stinky tofu, or mind-blowing beef noodle soup, there's always another Taiwanese food shop that surpasses it. The island's food is a mashup of the cuisine of Minnan, Teochew, and Hokkien Chinese communities, along with Japanese cooking. It's a culinary love-in with diversity delicious offspring. Argument about the best food on Taiwan risk ruining relationships and lifelong friendships. Food, it's serious, it's respected, it's excellent in Taiwan. 1. Braised pork rice. Where there's a wisp of smoke from a kitchen chimney, there will be 卤肉饭, braised pork with rice, goes the Taiwanese saying. The popularity of this humble dish cannot be overstated. 卤肉饭 is almost synonymous with Taiwanese food. The Taipei city government launched a braised pork rice is ours campaign last year after Michelin's Green Guide Taiwan claimed the dish was from Shandong province in mainland China. The good bowl of 卤肉饭 comprises finely chopped, not quite minced, pork belly, slow cooked in aromatic soy sauce with 5 spices. There should be an ample amount of fatness, in which lies the magic. The meat is spooned over hot rice. A little sweet, a little salty. Braised pork rice is comfort food perfected. 2. Beef noodle. You know a food is an obsession when it gets its own festival. Beef noodle soup inspires competitiveness and innovation in chefs. Everyone wants to claim the title of beef noodle king. From visiting New Baba for one of the most expensive bowls of beef noodle soup in the world, 10,000 Taiwanese dollars or $334 to a serendipitous foray into the first makeshift noodle shack you spot. It's almost impossible to have a beef noodle experience. It's also impossible to have a bad beef noodle experience in Taiwan. Lindong Fang's beef shanks with al dente noodles in herbal soup are a perennial favorite. The street side eatery's secret weapon is the dollop of homemade chili butter added last. 3. Oyster omelette. Here's a snack that really showcases the fat of the land in Taiwan. You've got something from the sea and something from the soil. The eggs are the perfect foil for the little oyster easily found around the island, while sweet potato starch is added to give the whole thing a gooey chewiness, a signature Taiwan food texture. No wonder the soup was voted best snack to represent Taiwan in the poll of 1,000 Taiwanese by Global Views Monthly a few years back. 4. Bubble tea. Bubble tea represents the QQ food texture that Taiwanese love. The phrase refers to something that is especially chewy, like the tapioca balls forming the bubbles in bubble tea. It's said this unusual drink was invented out of boredom. Liu Hanjie threw some sweetened tapioca pudding into her iced Assam tea on one fateful day in 1988, and a great Taiwanese culinary export was born. Variations on the theme include taro flavor tea, jasmine tea, and coffee, served cold or not or hot. 5. Milkfish. How popular is milkfish in Taiwan? So popular that it has its own steam museum in Anping, and there's a milkfish cultural festival in Kaohsiung. The bony fish might pose a challenge for amateurs, but its love for its tender meat and economical price tag. Milkfish is prepared in numerous ways, in a coney porridge, pan-fried as fishbowl soup or breast. For home-style preparation, retro Zakaya-style restaurant Jam's Kitchen serves pan-fried milkfish with lime. A bowl of scallion lard rice is a great compliment. 6. Slack seasoned danzai noodles. You've gotta love a place called Slack Season, and it should be one of the first pit stops on any culinary trip to Taiwan. The iconic eatery originated in Tainan about a century ago. A fisherman sold noodles during the stack fishing season, and the joint became so successful, he quit his original trade together. The signature bowl of slack season noodles is served in shrimp soup with bean sprouts, coriander, minced pork, and fresh shrimps. The bowl of comforting flavors is so addictive that a man from Tainan supposedly ate 18 bowls in a row at a restaurant. 7. Pan-fried bun. Like the fluffiness of cake and the crunchiness of potato chips, the pan-fried bun gives you the best of both worlds. The buns are made with spongy white Chinese bread that is pan-fried on the bottom. Break one open to reveal the moist, porky filling. A Shanghai staple, the Taiwanese version differs in 2 ways. It's slightly bigger in size, and it hits the pan upside down. Xuji, Xida Night Market, Tai'an District, Taipei City. 8. Guabao. It's a hamburger, Taiwan style. A steamed bun sandwiches, a hearty filling of braised pork belly, pickled Chinese cabbage, and powdered peanut. The filling is chopped into small pieces and mixed together, so there's a bit of everything in every bite. Western hamburgers might benefit from the same treatment. Take a big mouthful and enjoy the salty, sour, and sweet flavors and the greasy pork swimming in your mouth. 9. Iron egg. It's called iron egg because it's so tough. These chewy little eggs dye black from long braising in soy sauce, are a highly addictive Taiwanese food. Often made from quail's eggs, the protein balls are cooked for hours in soy sauce, then air-dried. The process is repeated over several days until the snacks become tough and acquire the desired amount of chewiness. 10. Pineapple cake. These are iconic Taiwanese pastry. Mini pies filled with candied pineapple is one of Taiwan's best food souvenirs. For one of the best pineapple cake experiences, try Sunny Hills, which uses only local pineapples. The result is a darker filling, rougher texture, and a sour test. The pies at other shops are filled with a mix of pineapple and chewable bits of winter melon. They have a fruity sweetness and a golden casing of crumbly, buttery pastry. Stores that replace pineapple completely with winter melon to cut costs are committing a big no-no. 11. Tempura. Tempura refers to fish paste that's been molded into various shapes and sizes, deep-fried, then boiled in a broth. Before eating, the pieces of solid fish paste are taken from the broth and smothered in brown sauce. Doesn't sound like much, but tempura delivers plenty of sweet flavors and chewy textures, making it a beloved Taiwanese food. The food is basically a Taiwanese take on Japanese udon, with more sugariness, tougher fish cakes, and a signature sauce. When you finish the bit of fish cake, there's more to come. Get some soup from the vendor and add it to the remaining sauce in a bowl. Mix and drink the resulting flavor bomb. 12. Bawan. Bawan is a Taiwanese mega dumpling made with the dough of rice flour, corn starch, and sweet potato starch. It looks almost translucent. After cooking, pork, veggies, and sometimes eggs are stuffed inside and gravy poured on top. It's believed bawan was invented during times of scarcity. The simple pork dumpling became a luxurious snack enjoyed only during the Lunar New Year festival. 13. Fried chicken. Taiwan deserves a special place in the Fried Chicken Hall of Fame. Not only has it made the giant fried chicken cutlet a cult classic, but its popcorn chicken is dangerously addictive. The chicken is chopped into bite-sized pieces, marinated, dipped in batter, and deep-fried. A generous sprinkling of salt and pepper complete the morsels. It's a ubiquitous snack on the city street. 14. Flaky scallion pancake. There are few things more appetizing than the sight of a flaky scallion pancake being slowly torn apart. Add cheese and egg fillings to maximize the visuals. Devour this Naimarki stable in a few bites to ensure it stays steaming hot and chewy. 15. Oyster vermicelli. A bowl of grey oyster vermicelli should have a thick, flavorful soup base, while the steamed rice noodles and oysters retain their distinct texture. Some people add chopped intestines for the funky dimension of the soup to the soup. It's a gooey, slurpable dish with an intense, briny taste. 16. Stinky tofu. This could be the world's premier loved it or had it snack in China, and Taiwan does it just right. The fragrant cube of bean curd is deep fried and draped with sweet and spicy sauce. If you hold your nose, it looks and tastes just like a plain old piece of fried tofu, with a crisp casing and soft center like pudding. But what's the fun in eating that? Inhale deeply and release the stench. The smellier, the better. 17. Sweet potato. Leaving taste, smell, and nutritional value aside, the sweet potato stands out for one particular reason among Taiwanese food. It's shaped a bit like its island. Taiwan-grown sweet potatoes are added to soup with ginger, roasted by street vendors in ovens, converted from oil drums, ground to a flour, and added to the other dishes to give texture, or fried into sweet potato chips. As long as the beloved root vegetable is in it, Taiwanese love it. 18. Shaped ice mountain. One good thing about the hot, humid, and stormy Taiwan summer is the excuse to eat shaped ice mountain. A pile of shaved ice is heaped with fresh fruit and flavorings, such as mango pieces, juice, and sweet condensed milk. The result is super appealing just by looks alone. A more traditional take uses freshly made mini rice bowl. 19. Pepper cakes. A must-try are Liao He. The market pepper cakes are crispy pastry pocket filled with juicy pork that's infused with the aromatic bite of black pepper. Bake on the wall of a clay oven. The pies are delicious out to the pepper plant. Eat more than one, or you have to wait again in a long queue for more. 20. Dumplings at Din Tai Fung Dumpling House. 小笼包 may be a Shanghainese delicacy, but some argue the Taiwanese perfect it. Taiwanese restaurant Din Tai Fung does its Shanghai Comrades proud with its succulent pork soup dumplings. Din Tai Fung's bite-sized 小笼包 have a consistently high quality. Their paper-thin wrappings hold rich hot broths and tender pork meatballs. Gasp can be heard intermittently at Din Tai Fung as the diners break the scalding hot soup that squirts out upon biting the dumpling. 21. Fish bowl soup. What's better than fresh seafood? Bowls of fresh seafood, of course. Look for handmade fish bowls in Taiwan. They tend to have more air in the bowl, thus allowing more broth to be soaked up. They also have a bung shear too. 22. Ribs stewed in medicinal herbs. This is the Taiwanese version of back cut, the Chinese meat soup that's also popular in Singapore and Malaysia. In Taiwan, the soup is slow-cooked in Chinese medicine, extracting the essence from pork bones and more than 40 nutritious herbs, roots, and dried fruit. It's yummy and good for you too, especially for keeping warm in winter. There isn't much meat on the lean bones, but the point of the dish is the soup. Don't be shy to pick the bones up and suck the juice off. You might even be considered strange if you don't. 23. Geese, bred on Taiwan farms, are never wasted. From the skin to the blood, they are made into delicious dishes. Salted and smoked geese in how it are revelatory. Every bite of the juicy goose meat with lightly smoked skin tastes like a pure celebration of poultry. Or you could try one of Bistro Le Pond's balls of steamed rice topped with goose, chili oil, and XO sauce. The rice grains are an ideal vehicle for goose fat and flavor. 24. 顶边错顶边错 is a ball of slippery rice flour pasta. Rice flour batter is poured along the side of a huge heated wok, sliding and spreading along the hot metal and forming slices of rice flour noodle. When dried, the sheets are cut into smaller pieces that become very thin and very chewy noodles when cooked as 丁边错. Wu Jia 顶边错 is century-old family business. Its 顶边错 is served with handmade pork cakes, shrimp cakes, cabbage, daily, and bamboo shoot. 25. Taiwanese sausage with sticky rice. Taiwanese pork sausage alone is a superstar in the market. When served as a snack translated as little sausage inside big sausage, it's possibly unbeatable. It's like a hot dog, but instead of a bun, sticky rice is stuffed inside sausage casing to make an oversized rice sausage. That's then slit open to stuff in the pork sausage. So it's a little sausage inside a big one. Get it? 26. Maji. These glutinous rice balls are served as marshmallows and filled with sweet or salty things. The most traditional maji are filled with red bean paste and rolled in peanut powder. But in recent years, strawberry jam, sesame paste, green tea jam, and peanut paste have become popular fillings. You can learn how to make maji at the Royal Taiwan Maji Museum. Around $5 per person. 27. Lantern soy sauce braised food. No matter what you choose from the Lantern Duwei food store, it'll take on the taste of the signature 5-spice soy sauce. It's a little sweet, not too salty, and very aromatic with cloves, star anise, cinnamon, and other spices. Pick your preferred ingredients, and the chef will cook it in a pot of special sauce. It's a perfect light meal before a big night out. You should expect to wait in line as the chef never rushes. He takes his time to allow the food to absorb the sauce. 28. Sun cakes. Originating in Taichung, the sun cake is just a flaky pastry filled with maltose. And yet its sweet nothing has become to represent Taichung City and is a souvenir sold out by visitors. Countless sun cake shops flourish in Taichung, all claiming to be the original store, but maybe it's time for them to shine. The genuine original sun cake store, Tai Young Bakery, closed down when the 68-year-old boss decided to retire. 29. Tube rice pudding. Sticky rice and Chinese mushrooms are fried with seasoning and stuffed into a bamboo tube together with pork and egg. The tube of rice is steamed again to further soften the texture until it becomes a cylindrical pudding. Dachaotou started making its rice pudding in a stall under a bridge more than 4 decades ago. The business has since expanded, but the rice pudding stays the same. You should be sure to add the homemade turnip-laced sweet spicy sauce to the tasty. 30. Taiwanese breakfast. 3 elements to start a day right with Taiwanese food includes sesame flatbread, deep-fried Chinese donuts, and soy milk. Blogger John H. from A Hungry Girl's Guide to Taipei says her favorite breakfast is from Fuhan. I love the thick sesame flatbread at Fuhan because it has a slight sweetness, a thin crispy layer, and a soft center from coming straight out of the hot metal barrel. Many sesame flatbreads are dry and flaky, but Fuhan shows why there's often a half-hour wait there on the weekends. 31. Pig's blood rice pudding. The mix of pig's blood and sticky rice is stung on the end of a stick like a lollipop. For the final Taiwanese touch, the pudding is coated in a sweet peanut powder. Basketball star Jeremy Lin Shu Hao named pig's blood rice cake as one of his favorite snacks on his recent visit to Taiwan. If it's good enough for Lin, it's good enough for us. 32. 3-cup chicken. 3-cup chicken is cooked in a cup of rice wine, a cup of oil, and a cup of soy sauce. To this Taiwanese culinary triumvirate is added fresh basil, chilies, and garlic for an irresistible combination. Some kitchens have a different definition of 3-cup chicken, involving a cup of wine, a cup of sesame oil, and a cup of sugar. 33. Danshui age. Age comes from the Japanese average, which are deep-fried tofu pockets. Taiwanese age are stuffed with mung bean noodles and sealed off with fish paste. A typical sweet spicy sauce completes the snack. The tofu soaks up the soup it's cooked in, and each bite bursts with broth. Paired with a soy milk, the age makes a great savory breakfast. 34. Bantiao. Bantiao flat rice noodles has much a rabid following that many Taiwanese will drive long distance in search of the most authentic ball. The thick, flat, slippery noodles made from glutinous rice are part of the Hakka culinary tradition and best sampled in Kaohsiung's Meinong district. Stir-fried bantiao with pork has a rustic taste and texture. Many find the dish more comforting when served in hot soup. 35. Hot Star large fried chicken. According to Taipei Times report of 2011, Taiwan is devoured more than 250,000 fried chicken cutlets a day, piled atop each other. That would make a chicken cutlet tower 10 times as tall as Taipei 101, the island's tallest skyscraper at 508 meters. Go to Hot Star for the original oversized chicken cutlet. The enormous slice of meat, as big as your face, is very moist with a crispy crust. A generous coating of fine spice powder and pepper gives it a kick. Starting as a small counter at Shilin Market, Hot Star is now a Taiwanese food franchise represented in Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore. 36. Anything with cuttlefish. Taiwan gets a lot of cuttlefish, and grill stations baked with cuttlefish skewers can be found everywhere in the southern tip of the island. Although a thick cuttlefish soup with herbs and veggies is a typical Taiwanese winter warmer, one of the best ways to enjoy the mollusk is fresh out of seawater straight onto the charcoal grill. A smoky aroma, dark grill marks, glistening fish edges, and dustings of salt and pepper make up the scene. 37. Aiyu jelly. Very wobbly and hearty tasting of anything. Aiyu jelly takes on the flavor of whatever it's eaten with. Add it to a lemonade and shaved ice for a refreshing summer drink. The jelly gives the liquid a fun gloopy texture. 38. Pidan tofu. Black, white, and seemingly bland pidan tofu isn't a likely candidate for love at first bite fame, but after a few tries it becomes a minor addiction for many eaters. Pidan, or century egg, is a duck egg preserved in the clay with seasonings. With time, the egg white turns into a translucent black jelly, and the yolk develops a unique flavor. It's topped with sesame oil, vinegar, soy sauce, coriander, chopped spring onion, and sometimes pork floss. Mash it up and it's ready to eat. 39. Steamed spring roll. To describe it as a non-deep fried version of a spring roll would be unfair, as round bean. Steamed spring roll was invented before the spring roll. Every Taiwanese household has its own recipe for rumbing. During festivals, families gather at a table to have a rumbing wrapping party. Each person chooses their own fillings from a buffet and rolls their own rumbing. Besides serving delicious rumbing, Xingye at Taipei 101 also offers an incomparable view of the city. 40. Spicy hot pot. Taiwanese are mad for spicy hot pot, and who wouldn't be? The bubbling pot of broths are filled with all sorts of Chinese herbs and spices to create a rich flavor for all of the raw, fresh ingredients that diners will dip into it. New hot pot places pop up in Taiwan every day, each with a gimmick to attract insatiable hot pot diners. There's all-you-can-eat hot pot and yakiniku served at the same table. There's bubble tea hot pot for the jade. But it's ordinary spice hot pot with quality ingredients that stands the test of the time. While Taiwan's spicy levels don't come close to Chongqing's, they're pretty piquant. Head to the perennial hot pot favorite and celeb magnet Tao Hodian for a glam Taiwanese hot pot experience. 41. Tiger striped chicken guabao. At many places, tiger striped chicken guabao can be thought of as Taiwan's answer to the Big Mac. At all new restaurant in Kaohsiung, however, the humble dish gets an unscaled treatment. The restaurant uses pumpkin and edible bamboo charcoal powder to create a yellow and black strip bun, then fills it with deep-fried and braised chicken fillet in soy sauce and tomato sauce. The result is a sweet and sour flavor that is different from typical guabao. 42. Chicken wing rice roll. The chicken wing rice roll makes the impossible possible. Eating chicken fried rice in the night market with one hand. The boneless chicken wing is stuffed with fried rice and marinated in a heavenly combination of sesame oil and secret sauce. It's so good it started a chicken wrapped rice craze in Kaohsiung's Rufan night market, with various fillings such as kimchi fried rice and curry rice. 43. Giant pork bowl soup. The best pork bowls are made from fresh meat hand ground and pounded with a mallet until it attains a doughy texture. The giant pork bowls in stock soup from Taipei, Ningxia, the market are as big as a baby's fist. Their size, as well as there are holes pumped in the meatballs during the pounding, locks in an amazing amount of juice and flavor. The Chinese name illustrates the experience of eating one vividly. The literal translation is bursting juice giant pork balls. Pork balls are sometimes mixed with ingredients such as Chinese mushrooms and cuttlefish to enrich texture and add flavor. 44. Wu Bao Chun bakery bread. Bread in Taiwan? Seriously? We heard you thinking, but this isn't just any bread we are talking about. It's from Wu Bao Chun, a world baking champion with many award-winning loaves to its name. The bread that won the international baking competition Q du Monde de la Boulangerie in 2010 is the bakery's lychee rose bread. It's made with mulled wine, lychee, and rose petals. Wu Bao Chun also won the Louis XVI Cup in 2007 and the silver medal at the 2008 Bakery World Cup. Another signature of this story is wine Logan bread with smoked Logans, French wine, and California walnut. 45. Biandong. A lot of Taiwanese have a love-hate relationship with Taiwanese biandong, bento, the takeaway lunchbox that packs right with the main dish, usually a type of meat, and small, often unappealing side dishes such as fried and preserved vegetables. It's a convenient, quick, cheap, less than $3, and generally decent way to eat. Biandong isn't one of the most delicious foods in Taiwan, but it's a staple for countless working parents and busy urbanites. Bento with chicken cutlet is a good biandong choice.